Hello and welcome back to Crime, Lies, and Alibis. My name is Nicole and I am here to talk about Maddie Soto and her accused killer, Stephan Sterns. This video is for educational purposes and for seeking justice for victims. It is for adults only. Viewer discretion is advised. There's a lot of really sensitive information that we talk about and see in these videos, and it really is not for the faint of heart. If you need to take a break, please do and come back. We will be here. I will be here. It's really heavy stuff. Thank you to Kisla from Grizzly True Crime for giving us this platform to be able to use. She did a great job of editing all of these videos for us so that we can watch them. This is the full Stephan Sterns arrest video. I will probably fast forward through parts of it because it is him sleeping and I don't want to sit here for several hours watching him sleep. No, thank you. She has thankfully given us more of a redacted version because the video that she was given showed her a lot more than she wanted to see and a lot more than I really want to see. So again, thank you to Gisela K from Grizzly True Crime. And here we go. Oh, and tomorrow he has a pretrial hearing. It's supposed to take about 3 hours. At the moment, he goes to court May 5th, I think. Of course, that could change. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we still see him in court for the CSAM trial. You'll notice this room before they come in and really start talking. You'll notice how much of a vast difference this room is.
Would you like water?
I'm okay for now, thank you.
Okay. And just give me a second, okay?
How different this room is than the one Jen was in. This is an interrogation room.
Waiting for other people to come.
Okay.
How was your night?
Not great.
Not great.
None of us are getting very good sleep.
Poor baby. I don't know if I need to turn this up.
Like if we're getting maybe 4 hours.
Right. Do you need to use the bathroom or anything?
No, I think I'm alright, thank you.
Okay, just give us a few more minutes. I'm just waiting for somebody else to come, okay?
Okay.
Poor baby only got about 4 hours of sleep. Oh no. Our hearts just bleed for you, Stephan. Not really. But this is obviously an interrogation room. It's very different from where Jen is. He has his vape. What the hell? So this is, if you can't see it, I don't know if you can see, February 28th, 2024, and Madeline's body was found on March 1st, 2024.
Or anything while I get you guys set up?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool, man. Thank you. I'll be with you. So my name's Evan. I'm one of the supervisors here, man.
Evan.
Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. We'll get you guys set up here shortly.
They're about to make him move, which is funny to me. Where does it say? But yes, this room is very different from the one that Jen was in. Jen had a comfortable couch to be on, and it was just a little more friendly. The unworking clock on the wall was funny. But this room is an interrogation room. This is a lot less friendly to somebody who is about to be arrested. make him move, because it's kind of funny when they make him move. Also, so keep in mind this, all right? That man has to smell rank, and I'll tell you why. He supposedly did not bring a whole lot of clothing with him. According to Jen, he only brought a few items of clothing because he didn't plan on being there but a few days. He hasn't been able to get any of this stuff out of the house. So he's probably been wearing this stuff since Monday. So this is day 2 of him wearing the same clothing. You know, just an FYI.
Yes.
Can you actually sit over on this side, please?
Sure.
And I'm just right out here.
Okay.
Something to get you shot. Do you remember what my name is?
I do not. I'm sorry.
It's Myra.
Myra. Myra. Thank you, Myra.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
The sound of that can hitting the, let's see, YouTube. Oh my god, the can is so loud. Okay, so I have Court TV on my laptop over here. Yeah, it was.
That's the good chair. I see.
He's talking to himself.
Chair.
That's kind of funny. He does talk to himself though. Okay, so in the video where where Jen is reporting Maddie missing, he's not wearing the hoodie, but he is wearing those pants. And if you can see the shirt underneath the hoodie, that's the same color shirt that he was wearing in that video when she was reported missing Monday. So he's been wearing those same clothes for 2 days. And I'm sure they were not washed before he put them on. So he has to reek. Like, we're talking a rank smelling man. I mean, Jen says he sleeps in his underwear, which, you know, wrap your head around that one. Because, you know, she, Maddie, and Stephan slept in the same bed together for the longest time. So that's nice. But, yeah, he's wearing the same clothes that he has been wearing this whole time. He's not a clean person. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a little because I don't want to listen to him sighing. He relocates. Oh, I'm gonna trigger a freaking commercial. I knew it. Nope. Bless you, Gisela. You took the commercial ads out. Oh, this woman. So he, you know, changed his position. This is an hour and 27 minutes in. Well, about an hour and 20 because she talked for about 7 minutes in the beginning of this. I still can't believe he has his vape in there with him. They didn't take that away. Let's see. This is 2 hours in. In his uncomfy chair. Oh. Come on, Stephan, people. 2 hours and 43 minutes in. Am I past the guy? Sorry, I'm kind of skipping around trying to find it, and
Hey man, my name's Detective O'Malley. I'm not one of the detectives talking to you. I don't really have involvement.
hey, it's
in
Detective
disappearance or anything
Kevin.
else or being gone. But I was told you have a phone on you.
Yeah.
Can I see the phone? Have you gone to the bathroom or anything since you've been here? I've been kind of doing other things in the office. Do you need to pee?
No, I'm okay for now.
Do you need more water? You want a snack?
I think I'm alright.
Alright man, I'll have somebody be right back in.
Okay.
Just hang tight. If you do need to pee or something, you need water, you need whatever it is, just knock on the door.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Alright, so let's see. 3 hours in. This is just him sleeping and vaping. Okay, most replayed. Here we go. 3 hours and 32-minute mark. $34-minute mark. Someone comes in.
Stephan. How you doing, sir?
Sorry.
That's okay. Didn't mean to wake you up.
It's okay.
I'm going to introduce myself. My name's Mark. I work for the Kissimmee Police Department.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
This is Corporal Ilgen.
Brandon.
Hello.
I understand you've been here for a little bit. So, just to give you a little bit of background, the reason we are here now is because Jennifer and yourself reside in the city of Kissimmee. So, initially they thought, you know, dropped off at school and it would be an Orange County case. It seems like since she lives in Kissimmee, that's the reason we're going to do the case.
I
Okay.
see.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just grab some things here real quick. All right. I know that you were brought up here by detectives, right? Detectives drove you? Okay. And that was earlier today.
I have no idea how long ago that was.
It was sometime today.
Sometime today. Correct.
So being that you're here, we're here, you were taken here by detectives, I just need to get this out of the way just so we can talk about how we're or where she may be, okay? All right. Have you ever been in trouble ever in your life?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had your rights read to you at any point in your life?
I must have.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm going to do them again just to get it out of the way, and then we can talk about school and stuff like that, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning. Do you understand these rights? Okay, perfect. All right. So before we start talking, one last thing. Can you just raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statement you're about to give is the truth, nothing but the truth, to the best of your knowledge, so help you God?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's talk about your. We just talked to Jennifer a little bit, so. Where'd you meet her?
Work.
Where was that at?
We worked for a home building company. It's no longer in business, but we were both in the call center area.
Oh, okay. So like selling homes or?
Yeah.
All of this is obviously redacted. Ugh. I want to know what they're saying.
You lived in Kissimmee with them? Because I know Jennifer said she's lived in Kissimmee for years.
Yeah. Off and on for years myself.
Okay. Any family that lives in Kissimmee?
No.
Okay. So on and off, how long do you think you lived in Kissimmee?
This stretch, 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Jennifer kind of mentioned that, you know, then you move back to wherever your parents live. And where is that at?
It's in Northport. It's down by Sarasota.
Okay, so on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So she had a birthday recently. She had a birthday party Sunday? Is that right?
Sunday, yeah.
Okay.
So
Did you come to the party?
No, I was not. I was on my way up at that point.
Okay. So the party ends. Did you pick them up from the party?
Someone must have dropped her off.
Okay.
She was there when I got there. Jen asked me to make sure that.
Chen's
the
sister,
shower and did her
Stephanie.
bedtime routines, which she did. She was already on top of it, so nothing to do there.
Okay. What time do you think you got back in Kissimmee?
What time I got into Kissimmee?
Yeah.
Maybe 8 o'clock, 8:30ish, something like that.
And I apologize if you've answered these questions before. It's just like I said, we're coming into the game late, so I may ask you things that you've already answered probably 3 or 4 times.
Well, I apologize as well. My memory is not super reliable on time frames. I've been medicated for the better part of a week.
Okay, that's fine. What do you take medicine for?
Oh my lord.
Anxiety mostly. I've been having some money troubles lately. Anxious over that, so.
Okay, well, hopefully your money troubles get better.
I've been medicated on Ativan since probably Saturday.
Okay, gotcha.
Remember what Officer
when you got
Kevin
back,
said?
when you got to Kissimmee and you got to the apartment, what happened? Like,
Made some dinner, made some ramen. I love how I make my ramen. Then we started watching Sister Act, but it was time for her to start getting ready. Basically, just as we were starting Sister Act.
okay.
And that was just about bedtime.
What time is bedtime?
Usually 10:30, 11ish, something
Okay.
like that. It's a spectrum, not a set time.
Then, so who's going through the bedtime routine? Because I know Jennifer said she has somewhat of a little routine too that she does. Is it her? Are you talking about?
Jennifer's routine is, taking her meds, eating some food so that she can have the proper calories for the meds. And then she's got about an hour to do whatever she needs to do because she needs to fall asleep at that point.
Okay, gotcha.
Her bedtime routine is taking her bedtime meds, brushing her hair. She should have showered that night. And then she goes to bed as well. Usually with some bombs or something on in the background. Bombs burgers.
Got it. What are the sleeping arrangements?
She sleeps in her.
Okay. Did she sleep in her bed Sunday night?
No. I was just back. I'd been away for a couple months. We in the same bed together, so we get some serious sleep. So she said no to that and suggested that the guest room upstairs had a big enough bed. So some snuggle cuddle time that would suffice, and Jen would get to sleep in peace.
Okay. So you say snuggle time. What does that mean?
Like to be alone. She is extremely dependent. She does not like to be alone at all. She needs human presence around her, basically.
Gotcha.
We've been trying to wean her off of that, but it's been difficult.
What?
I think he's on his way down too to help.
Gotcha. Okay.
Last I heard.
All right. So Jennifer says go up. So snuggle time with you to help her go to sleep. Is that right?
Just bedtime, yeah.
Bedtime. Okay. Did you stay in the room the entire night?
Not the entire night. I'm usually up and down sometimes. So I might go grab a drink or something, or yeah, I'm up and down sometimes.
Gotcha. But you stayed. You didn't at any point go. Okay. All right. So night goes on. Morning time comes around, and it's school. Walk me through that a little bit.
Excuse me. Morning routine. She usually starts waking up. We set about 3 alarms. The first one goes off and we let her keep snoozing.
Do you remember what time her alarm goes off? What?
Not really. Maybe 7:30ish. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Alarm goes off. we let her snooze about 3 times while we started getting ourselves ready. And after the 3rd snooze, it's time for her to get up for real and start getting ready. Typically, she will have showered the night before, so she needs to brush her hair, brush her teeth, excuse me, get her book bag together, eat some breakfast if she's going to eat there, and then we eventually make our way out the door.
Okay. So walk me through, like, you leave, you take her to school in your car?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of car do you have?
It's a Lincoln. It's actually my parents' car because my car is down south. It needs maintenance, and we're scared to drive it too much. So I'm driving a Lincoln right now. Got out early. The plan was to get some McDonald's on the way. So we got out nice and early.
Do you remember what time you left, roughly?
Not 100%. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. My memory has not been super reliable.
No, that's fine.
But it was early. Maybe 7:30, 7:45, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not certain.
That's fine.
The plan
Was Jennifer awake when you guys left?
semi-awake. I was giving her updates as we were going along. Getting ready, she's getting dressed. We're leaving now. Goodbye. But she was sleeping in, so I was just giving her little updates and poking my head in as we went. But we leave the house. We start making our way to the school. Most of the time, we make our way over towards her school area. I ask her if she's still in the mood for McDonald's. She says no. She doesn't want it anymore. Okay. Continued on. It was still pretty early though, I think. We still had some time to kill. It wasn't really time to drop her off yet. I had apparently forgotten my clicker key fob for the gate. So I ended up actually turning around at some point and going back to the community to get the clicker. I had to use my parking sticker to get in for the guy to scan. I had some errands to run afterwards, and then I wanted to have my fob. But we still had plenty of time as far as I knew. So we did that, grabbed the clicker, left again, and that's when we drove over to her school area and I dropped her off where I dropped her off.
Okay. Do you remember where you dropped her off?
Yeah, it was the stretch of road, I forget the street name. It was the stretch of road that the school is on. Make a right onto it. It goes down a little ways. There's some communities over here, and then up further there's a church, and then there's the overpass and the school on the other side of the overpass right there. I dropped her off on that stretch where the communities are.
Was she by herself when you dropped her, or was her friends there?
Yeah, she was by herself. She said she was going to go find her friends and hang out, wait for them to show up.
Okay.
It was still early.
Where did you go after that? Like, did you see her walk towards the...
I saw her making her way towards the direction of the school, but she was like kind of shuffle step. She was meandering her way there. She was rummaging through her backpack for something. I assumed she was looking for headphones maybe. But as it turns out, she did leave her phone at home that day, so she might have actually been looking for her phone.
Gotcha, okay. What was she wearing when she left, or when you dropped her off?
Green hoodie, black shorts, black or blue, black shorts, white Crocs.
White Crocs. Okay. All right. So she's walking towards the school. Do you continue straight when you leave, or do you turn around?
I turned around and went back the other way. I was watching her in my rearview mirror, and she was going the right direction, so it looked okay.
And where did you go after that?
The next stop I wanted to go to was the vape shop. It opened at 10, so I had a little while, so I just kind of meandered around and eventually made my way over there to wait for it to open. It didn't open when it was supposed to, so I left and came home, and went back about an hour later when I was sure it would have to be open at that point. Got what I needed there, and made my way back to home again. Relaxed and hung out with Jen for a while. Seemed like any other morning.
When you got back home after school, was Jennifer home at that time?
I think she was on her way home. I think that she had a blood appointment, and we were both kind of going to arrive very shortly with some time with each other.
Okay. So when you got home, when both of you got home, walk me through the rest of the day.
Just hung out, chit-chatted. I mean, I don't know. It's not much to recollect.
But you stayed at home pretty much all day, or no?
Pretty much until maybe noonish or 1 o'clock. I had a few errands to run, but I wanted to be back in time for us to go. So I just ran up and down 192. I ended up getting a flat at some point, which made me late to get.
Where'd you get a flat at?
Somewhere along 192.
192 is a big road.
It is, and honestly, it all looks the same to me. So I've been asked, do you remember what plaza you were next to, what color? And I'm like, I'm ADD as it is, and I was in a medicated fog for the better part of a week. I'm lucky I remember what color I'm wearing right now.
Do you remember what errands you were running?
Yeah, I wanted to go check out some game shops.
Where were these game shops?
There's Coliseum of Comics, there's House Rule Games nearby. A lot of the Targets and Walmarts carry the game I was looking forward to. It just had a new release on Friday, so even though I don't have much in the way of money right now, I still wanted to look and see what the situation is.
It's always nice to window shop.
It is. And I'm a serial consumer. So I was just driving around up and down 192, sort of just aimlessly, honestly. Just killing time till it was time to go back.
All right, so when you got home, did you and Jennifer leave from school?
So I got home, it was 10 minutes later than Jen had wanted to. By 10 minutes, I called her and said, hey, where are you? I'm so sorry, I got a flat. She already left. She had been gone for 10 minutes. It didn't make sense for her to come back and get me. She likes to be the first in line when the kids start coming out.
Okay, then wasn't at school. So what happened? Did Jennifer call you after that, or what?
I was already on the phone with her while she was waiting. We were just chit-chatting. We do that. We just keep each other company, even if we're not physically together. And she's that's when we started asking questions. Did she go somewhere else? Did she know that you were going to come pick her up? Did she possibly go to her office, which has kind of been what she's been doing for the past, working a new schedule. So we started making all the calls, and no one had seen her yet. And so that's when we started getting a lot more concerned and panicked. She drove around a little more, looking for her, looking along the walking paths, and didn't see anything. Went to her there, waited around, not there, went back to the school, not there. At that point, the whole family started rallying up and going to meetings. And I think that it was around that.
Going back to school, how was she like on the car ride there?
Just conked out, sleeping. Just sleeping along the way. She does that.
How often have you? How often have you?
Not often, honestly. This might have been my third or fourth morning school run. I'm not normally the one to do it.
And on the other occasions, has she had you drop her off in and around the same location, or how does that?
She has this image thing. I guess it's. She only likes to be seen getting out of certain cars in front of the school. Comfortable, but mine's, I guess, kind of a hoopty, and she's a Pearson.
Lincoln?
That's so dumb. That makes no sense.
Nice looking Sentra. So yeah, this is not the first time she's asked me to drop her off a little ways down so she could walk up and look cool.
So you say she was conked out on the way there. You said you took her to school, or you were on her way to school. You needed to turn around to get your clicker.
Correct.
Was she sleeping then too?
She was. Yeah.
Okay.
It had been an early morning, so I figured it'd be fine to let her sleep in the car ride.
Okay. When you got back to the apartment complex, or did you go in the front gate, or because I know there's the front entrance and then the back entrance?
When I came back after forgetting my phone.
Yeah. So which way did you leave?
I would have had to go in the front.
Okay.
And the guy scanned it. And I got in and got my fob and left. I don't remember if I left out the front or the back.
Did you stop anywhere else in? No.
Not that I recall, no.
Okay. Did you take any trash out from the apartment?
The night before, I think I did. I'm not sure. I took the trash out at some point, but I don't remember if it was the night before or it was the morning of. Yeah, sometimes we get trash bags piling up by the door. To see them.
Is there like a common trash place, or like is there take their trash to?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where you took the trash out?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't remember if that was Sunday night or Monday morning?
It could have been Sunday night. I don't recall. I'm sorry, I was in fog.
Well, okay. So, where? You don't know? Okay.
Supposedly they got video of her walking past the church or waiting at the church for a while and then leaving.
How's your relationship with her?
Great. I'm one of her favorite people in the world.
That's disgusting. Like, if you think about how it's disgusting. I'm one of her favorite people in the world. Her abuser is one of her favorite people in the world. The man who has been essaying her since she was 8 years old is one of her favorite people in the world.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 37. About to be 38.
You seem like a genuinely nice person.
I try to be.
Jennifer talks very highly of you. You know. So the morning school, when you came back, get your clicker. What was your?
She wasn't saying anything. She was just asleep. She was just reclined in the chair, sleeping.
Okay, explain to me, like reclining backwards.
Just laying back in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that, I guess.
Okay. All right. Stephan here. I'm too old to lie to people. Too old to beat around the bush. And we seem like we're having a generally good conversation right now. Okay. The only thing that I ask for from you is, and I will reciprocate, I want you to be honest with me as much as I'm being honest with you. Okay. There's cameras all over the place, as you can imagine. Nowadays, cameras are everywhere. Okay. So we see you coming in at the guard shack. Okay. We see you go by the dumpster. Okay.
I may have taken some trash with me then.
What was in the trash?
House trash.
House trash?
Yeah. So it must have been that morning then. We'll toss trash bags on the back seat. Wherever we're going on our way out, we'll drop that on the way. I think I may have mentioned to her.
You mean like her laptop and her crock and some of her
Was everything in
belongings?
trash bags?
I'm sorry?
Was everything in trash bags, or was there any items that were just tossed along with the bag?
I think it would have been trash bags or maybe some boxes too.
Okay.
Some birthday stuff, leftovers. I can't remember exactly what.
Okay. When you for school, did she have her backpack with her?
Yes.
She did. Did she have her school computer with her?
Yes. Presumably, yes.
Presumably. Okay.
She should have.
Once again, this goes back with the whole honesty thing. There was things in that trash bag that got thrown away that probably shouldn't have been thrown away. Okay.
What?
We'll get that in a minute. But right now, our main focus is on finding. That is our number one focus right now. Okay. Do you have any idea where she may be?
No.
None whatsoever.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you know? Okay. And sounds like. And something may have happened. Do you think anything?
I don't think so. I don't think what could have happened.
Okay. All right. Do you know anybody that lives in St. Cloud? Do you know where St. Cloud is?
St. Cloud, that's north or south? Or
East
East.
of Kissimmee.
Yeah. I haven't been out there too much, but yeah, I'm familiar with St. Cloud.
Okay, whereabouts in St. Cloud? Like, do you know friends out there, or?
I don't have any friends really. I've driven out there a few times before, mostly just when I'm meandering up and down 192.
Were you out there this week?
Yeah, I was out there sometime this week. Sometimes I just drive and meander around and explore.
He
Until I
meanders.
don't know where I am and drive till I'm
Meanders and kills time.
I don't know, just driving it's peaceful sometimes.
All right.
If I got time to kill, I'll just drive around.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're saying when she had her backpack, presumably her school computer was in her backpack, and you described her wearing green jacket, some kind of dark colored shorts, and white Crocs. Okay. Well, I can confidently tell you she did not go to school with her backpack.
How's that?
Because we found it in the trash. So, Stephan, here's what I'm asking you and pleading with you is to dig down and do some soul searching. Okay? You understand? Family's pleading with you. I'm pleading with you because this is that we need to find. And it's, as more time goes by, it's tough. I have kids, he's got kids, and this little girl's out there somewhere that we need to know where. And I really, really, really think you can help us. I mean, you want to get something off your chest. I don't know what it is, but I'm pleading with you.
I don't know. I don't.
What happened?
I dropped her off.
Mm-hmm. Where?
I dropped her off on the road to school. That was the last I saw her.
Did sometime throughout the night on Sunday, did you guys have any interaction, conversations?
What, like fight?
No, I'm not saying fight. I'm just. Did you guys sit up and talk, or?
We talked while I was making ramen. She was excited about her choir performance coming up. She was singing a little bit. I told her it was pretty. It reminded me of Sister Act. That's why I wanted to show her that movie. Just talking about a crush she had on the boy.
How'd that make you feel?
Fine. She knows she's not old enough to date, but I told her crush on. Get your crush. That's healthy.
Do you think had she had any boyfriends in the past?
Not per se, boyfriends as however they can be early on, but we decided that she was too young, needed to avoid that BS.
All right, being that she's too young, so she shouldn't be having sex with boys. You're saying?
She's all the.
I can't with this guy. I'm gonna pause it for a second. So I've been trying to kind of like let it play out so you can kind of hear, and I was gonna like give my input, but he scoffs about her talking about another boy and having a crush on another boy because she's too young to date, while he's been essaying her since she was 8 years old. He had over 34,000 photos on a drive that he ditched in his dad's storage unit. And he has the audacity to sit there and scoff that she's too young to date. Let's go back to that.
something may have happened. Do you think anything?
I don't think so. I don't think what could have happened to her.
Okay. All right. Do you know anybody that lives in St. Cloud? Do you know where St. Cloud is?
St. Cloud, that's north or south or
East.
east?
East of Kissimmee.
Yeah. I haven't been out there too much, but yeah, I'm familiar with St. Cloud.
Okay. Whereabouts in St. Cloud? Like, do you know friends out there, or?
I don't have any friends really. I've driven out there a few times before, but mostly just when I'm meandering up and down 192.
Were you out there this week?
Yeah, I was out there sometime this week. Sometimes I just drive and meander around and explore, and drive till I don't know where I am, and drive till I know where I am again, and I don't know, just driving it's peaceful sometimes.
All right.
If I got time to kill, I'll just drive around.
All right. So you're saying when she had her backpack, presumably her school computer was in her backpack, and you described her wearing green jacket, some kind of dark colored shorts, and white Crocs. Okay. Well, I can confidently tell you she did not go to school with her backpack.
How's that?
Because we found it in the trash. So, Stephan, here's what I'm asking you and pleading with you is to dig down and do some soul searching. Okay? You understand? Family's pleading with you. I'm pleading with you because this is all that we need to find. And it's, as more time goes by, it's tough. I have kids, he's got kids, and this little girl's out there somewhere that we need to know where. And I really, really, really think you can help us. Okay. I mean, you want to get something off your chest. I don't know what it is, but I'm pleading with you.
I don't know. I don't.
What happened?
I dropped her off.
Where?
I dropped her off on the road to school. That was the last I saw her.
Okay. Sometime throughout the night on Sunday, did you guys have any interaction, conversations?
What, like fight?
No, I'm not saying fight. I'm just. Did you guys sit up and talk, or?
We talked while I was making ramen. She was excited about her choir performance coming up. She was singing a little bit. I told her it was pretty. It reminded me of Sister Act. That's why I wanted to show her that movie. Just talking about a crush she had on the boy.
Okay, here
How'd
it
that make you
is.
feel?
Fine. She knows she's not old enough to date, but
That scoff. She knows she's not old enough to date. Are you kidding me, sir? Are you kidding me right now? Like, this man has so much audacity in him to scoff and say, she's too young to date. She knows that. Seriously? This 37, nearly 38-year-old man just scoffed because a 13-year-old is too young to date because she has a crush on a boy. Having a crush, to me, is normal. It's healthy. It's innocent. It's only not innocent if things go too far, you know, like what he's been doing with her since she was 8 years old. Here's the thing. So I was on a thread the other day, and it included a pretty popular girl. And and she's popular as in popularly well known. She appeared on the Dr. Phil show when she was a teenager, and her slogan was, "Catch me outside, how about that?" Everybody knows who she is, okay? She came out that the man who was her producer, who helped give her her start in the music industry, was in a romantic relationship with her, a sexual relationship with her. And now that she's more grown than she was then, she feels it was a power imbalance and that she was exploited. And you know what? She was. He might have been 24, but she was 16. She already had a history of being abused by a family member. She was going through a lot of stuff by the time she went on Dr. Phil. She was mistreated by lots of people in her life. So by the time someone gave her an ounce of positive, what felt like positive attention, she enjoyed it. But now she realizes that that wasn't exactly something she should have been okay with, and that he exploited her. And she's not wrong. So in this thread, people are like, well, what did she expect? Blah, 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 blah. And one of the women said, when I was 16, I was with much older men, but it was my choice because I knew what I was doing. And I said, respectfully, you might be okay with how it was when you were 16, but that's not the point. The point is, even if you know what you're doing, somebody who is grown has no business inserting themselves romantically or intimately with you, because at that age, even though you know what you're doing, you should be able to navigate relationships at your own pace. And your own pace may not necessarily be at their pace because they've got 10 years on you or whatever. I know that's not a true statement for everyone, but you know, it's up to the grown person to be the grown person, to know what is or is not appropriate, what's not great, and not take advantage of the vulnerability of someone years younger than them who is still a teenager. Even if that teenager knows what they're doing and they've been sexually active, that doesn't matter. It's up to the grown person to be grown. I'm not going to fault a 16-year-old for thinking at the time that's what they wanted, but I'm not going to discount it later if they say, you know, I probably shouldn't have been messing around with people so much older than me. That's valid. It's very, very valid. So here's Maddie innocently having a crush on a boy, and Stephan's like, she knows she's too young to date. Excuse me, sir, but what do you think that you've been doing? You think that that's innocent fun? No, you stole her innocence from her. You said she's one of your favorite people. Dear God, I hope that wasn't true. Because if that's true, that's one of the saddest things I've ever heard. That one of her favorite people in her life, in her corner, was abusing her right under her mother's nose. Those CSAM images started when she was 8. She died days after she turned 13. That girl didn't know a life really without abuse, because by the time she would have, I mean, yeah, you have some memories from when you're 4, 5 years old. Some people remember things even earlier than that. I mean, I can remember snippets of things. Like, I can remember reading books, you know, when I was really little, and probably way beyond my years. I mean, I know I was way beyond my years in reading because I have like different little certificates that my mom kept from the reading that I was doing and my summer reading programs and all of that. But like, the really core memories, when you really start remembering big things, starts usually when you're in school. And I was explained to it that cognitive memory, when you really start holding on to those memories, starts around the time you learn how to tell time, you learn how to read. It's around 4 to 6 years old. So if she was about 6 when Stephan first entered into her life being friends with her mother, and then she was about 8 when he moved in and the abuse started, she doesn't remember much of a time before that abuse started because that encompassed her life. For the next several years, that was her life, was that abuse. And in Jen's video, if you go listen to my video of Jen, she talks about Maddie's behavioral issues. When she really started testing the limits, when she really started testing those boundaries. And it was right along with when Stephan moved in with them. I know hindsight can be 20/20. I know that hindsight see things more clearly than you do at the time. But come on, Jen, you couldn't have made any kind of correlation. My boyfriend just moved in, and suddenly my daughter is having a lot of behavioral problems. The two can't possibly be connected. I don't know why I trusted him, but I always had a rule they couldn't have sleepovers. What kind of sleepovers is she talking about? Because to me, a sleepover is okay, like my friend's daughter. She's 9. She had her first sleepover with a classmate and some friends last weekend. Actually, I think it was last weekend. It was before Easter. I think they had spring break. And they had a little slumber party with their little friends. It might have been even Friday night, or it might have been last week. It doesn't matter. The point is, she's 9. They had a little slumber party, and it was a lot of fun. I'm sure the parents, both loved and hated it because, little girls squealing and chattering until all hours of the morning, I'm sure. Probably had the best time ever for 9-year-olds. But she had her first sleepover. To me, that's a sleepover. Either you are the host and you have girls or boys, whichever whatever. You have them come over, your little classmates, your little friends come over. They spend the night. And then you have the best night. You have fun. You play games. You listen to music. You dance. You do whatever. Play video games. Whatever kids do. Watch movies. And then they go home. A sleepover isn't my boyfriend that's 37 years old is going to go upstairs and sleep with my 12-year-old in the same bed. That's not a sleepover. That's abuse. And it's so crazy to me that it's said so naturally, like it's no big deal. And every person they tell this to, it's like they have to have it repeated because the person they're talking to feels like they heard wrong. Because it's not okay. And Jen knew it wasn't okay because Natalie pointed out to her. Hold on.
I told her, crush on. Get your crush, that's healthy.
Do you think, had she had any boyfriends in the past?
Not per se, boyfriends as however they can be early on, but we decided that she was too young, needed to avoid that BS.
All right, being that she's too young, so she shouldn't be having sex with boys. You're saying
she's all the that stuff. None of it counts. None of it's real. I just told her she'd be better off waiting until high school.
Mm-hmm. Has she ever talked to you about boys?
A little bit sometimes. A little bit.
Has she ever, because I asked Jennifer the same thing, has she ever disclosed to you about being sexually active with boys?
No.
Do you know if she's ever been sexually active with anybody in the past?
Not that I'm aware of. I heard there was some sort of incident when she was much younger where she did something with the phone or a camera but got scolded for it. She was very young. She didn't know. She got scolded for it though. But it's vague. It's just remembering what someone said offhand.
All right. What happened in your hand?
Flat tire.
Oof.
I haven't changed a flat tire in about 10 years, so I made a rookie mistake and had my thumb too close to where the jack and the frame meet, and it slipped, and the frame came down on my thumb and pinned it between the jack, which I feel like I got off surprisingly light with that.
Ouch.
I yanked it free. You're not supposed to do that. It looks okay. It's got the worst of it. Some bruising under the nail.
What about the other scratches?
Courtesy of a janky tire iron and the road.
Did you bleed at all?
Yeah, this one had some blood and this one had some blood, but not much. It clotted fast.
Do you know what popped your tire at all?
I have no idea. Tire just started going floppy and then
Pretty worn out
way
or something?
floppier and then just completely freaking separated. Thank God we had a spare and a jack. Janky as it was.
So typically when changing a tire and stuff, you tend to get brake dust and dirty and all that.
Yeah,
Did you happen to...
positive that I breathed in some freaking brake dust or tire dust or something because I was coughing the rest of the afternoon.
What'd you end up doing to clean up or stop the bleeding and stuff?
Nothing, actually. Just
You
went
didn't get too
home
dirty?
and washed my hands and that was it.
Your clothes get all messed up and all, or...
Not bad, surprisingly.
What were you wearing, by chance?
This. So I think I'm still wearing this. I'm still wearing the same clothes.
Oh, so you kept pretty clean.
Try to, I guess.
You weren't wearing a red shirt?
I was wearing a red shirt early in the morning. But I changed clothes later because that shirt was maybe a couple days old that morning. And the flat tire happened after that.
Did the flat tire happen before or after?
After.
After.
It was sometime afternoon between noon and like 2:30. I don't know how long it took me to fix it.
And you changed your shirt before or after going back to get the gate clicker?
I don't recall. Maybe after. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm medicated. I've been medicated all week. My memory is just not as reliable as I would like it to be right now. You know, I was in a fog and half asleep that morning as it was.
Or on her own when you took her to school?
Yes.
What are you thinking about?
Sorry, I'm spacing out here. Long day, no sleep.
Who else has access to your car? Are you the only one that drives it?
Well, my parents have access.
But here in Kissimmee?
Here in Kissimmee, I'm pretty much the only one with access to it.
So safe to say you'd be the only male driving that Lincoln?
Presumably, yes.
All right, I want to get back a little bit to you saying she's not allowed to have boyfriends or anything like that.
She can have crushes. She likes them. That's fine.
All right, have you and her ever exchanged, like, do you guys exchange text messages? How do you guys communicate?
FaceTime. She'll FaceTime me at night when I'm not around before bedtime to say goodnight. I'll talk. Sometimes we don't even talk about anything. We'll just sit there doing our own thing and just with each other's faces on the phone. Just spending time, you know.
What happened? So the deputies made a comment. So what happened to your phone?
No idea what happened to my phone. I was pushing off doing this update for a while and ended up trying to do it. I don't know what the hell, my head being in the state it was, I wasn't paying attention. I ended up somehow doing some sort of option that updated the OS, but it ended up like wiping my phone at the same time. Even just now, the phone that my dad gave me and set up for me, I literally just pulled it out of my pocket and the sucker was reinitializing again. So I don't know if it's just me and technology right now, or I'm just not paying attention, or...
Did that happen once to your phone, or how many times do you think you updated your phone?
I think I tried to update it twice, and I don't know what happened.
Okay, and from what I understand, that you gave the deputies consent to look through your phone. You did, okay. And you voluntarily gave it to them so they could bring it here to do the extraction and stuff like that. Okay. What do you think was on the phone?
Text messages. Emails. Phone stuff.
Pictures?
Oh yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
Trading card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures.
Do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Do you save pictures to your Google account?
Sometimes.
Or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones sync to a cloud and...
Yeah, I think it backs up to Google.
And then sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates and puts these apps back on your phone, sometimes they will put the images back on your phone.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have
Oh, I assume so.
any pictures of you? And
Probably. I mean, we went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico and had her hair braided. We got pictures of that. All sorts of pictures. Family events. I'm not as much of a shutterbug. Take them every once in a while.
Any other pictures that you think of? Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. And I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying? So do you want to add to the list of pictures?
I don't know. Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find, and I'm really hoping you can help me.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
So you're wanting an attorney?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That can happen. I want to let you know you're not free to leave. You're being detained, okay? Do you want to know what you're being detained for?
Yeah.
Capital sexual battery and possession of child pornography. So we're going to step out. If you need anything, please tap on this door. Okay? And there's going to be detectives outside that will be able to assist you.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you, Mr. Is it Sterns?
Yeah.
Stern. Stern.
So I feel a few things. They basically bungled that big time, because I've seen a lot of, and not really bungled it big time, but I'm trying to think of the right word. They could have approached that better. Instead of coming right out with what they found on his phone, they should have been like, are you sure there is, you don't want to be friends with them because that they're a gross individual, but you want to be friendly and kind of coax information out of them, because the more they talk, the more they tell you, the more you coax out of them. You don't show them your ace. If you have pocket rockets, 2 aces in your hand, you don't show that right away. You don't let them know that you're potentially holding on to 2 aces. You make them think that you have a 2 and a 7. Because if they think you have a 2 and a 7 and you're playing, 5-card poker, and they're looking at the potential of having a straight or having at least 2 pair, they're not expecting you to have those pair of aces. So that if an ace hits the table out of the flop, they have 3 cards on the table and 1 is an ace. You don't make it look like, you don't go raising all big, because they're going to know you've got something. If you're going to raise, you're going to either raise a little bit or you're just going to, check. Because you don't want them to think, oh, that person has an ace. So if they think, okay, well, I've got a pair of queens because there's a queen on the table and there's a queen in my hand. That's the highest card played so far. And then that 3rd card comes down and say it's a jack. Okay, well, they're still feeling pretty solid with that queen. You might raise a little more. And then they either call or they raise. And you call what they call. And then say the next card is 5. And they think, oh, well, I've got 2 pair. I've got a queen and I've got a 5. I'm going to go all in. Meanwhile, that 3rd card, that 3rd card in the flop was an ace. You have trips. They had no way of seeing that coming from anywhere, because they thought that maybe you just had, an ace. But you didn't go crazy when you saw that ace flop down, and they had 2 pair. So they thought, okay, well, they may have 2 aces, but I've got a queen and I've got a 5, and there's a queen and a 5 on the table. Does that make sense? But instead, they showed their hand right away. And as soon as they showed their hand, that's when he's like, I think I need a lawyer. So I kind of feel that they could have done a little bit better with that. But also at the same time, it's like they're probably so disgusted with him, and they didn't think that they were going to get anything out of him, because, he wasn't giving much of anything anyway. Like, they had to offer everything. Hey, well, we found her backpack. So now what? I just feel that they could have done a better job at getting more information out of him. They had him in this room for a long time. I mean, at this point, he's been in there for 4 hours. And I just feel as if they could have done more. They could have gotten more before he lawyered up. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, but still. I guess where I was going with that is because they still don't have Maddie. He's still not giving up her location. They want her. They want to find her. They want to recover her. They want to take her home. They know she's not alive based on the evidence that they have in front of her. Well, they don't think that she is. But he's not giving her up the second he lawyers up, because no murder in his mind. It's a lot harder to prosecute a murder without a body. The only reason that they decided to pursue the death of Naziah Harris and proceed with Jarvis Butt's trial is because she's been gone a year and she was really active on social media, and there is enough evidence to determine that she isn't alive. So they felt comfortable moving forward with the trial without a body. It's just significantly harder. Fast forward through this a little. I just feel this is a good thing to share because he has that preliminary trial tomorrow. This is another 20 minutes later. He's still sitting there staring at that now empty can. He's willing it to fill back up. I wonder who sighs more, him or Jen? Here comes the fun part. And by fun, it's kind of gross, but also satisfying, because they make him really uncomfortable. And it's like, oh no, oh darn, he's uncomfortable. Oh, what a shame. Oh no.
Stephan, so what's going to happen now is we have a warrant to collect a couple of items from you, okay? So basically, this young lady here, we're going to swab your cheek, you know, we're going to take some of your clothes, stuff like that, okay? So she is going to take some pictures of you as well, like your hands, We're gonna ask you to take your jacket off so we can get your arms and all that stuff too, okay?
Place your jacket in here. That's good.
Which part, Mark?
What?
Do I need to read
Oh, but yeah.
the whole thing?
Yep.
All right, so in the name of the state of Florida, all right, any sworn Kissimmee police officer, Osceola County Sheriff's Deputy, Orange County Deputy, sworn investigator of the State Attorney's Office of the Ninth Judicial Circuit Court of Florida, Special Agent of Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, or any sworn police officer, Deputy Sheriff acting under a mutual aid or cooperation agreement with the Sheriff's Office of Osceola County. Whereas before me, the Honorable Judge, it's hard to read his handwriting, of the Ninth Judicial Circuit of Orange County, Osceola County, the sworn written application affidavit search warrant has been made on this date by Detective Moore of the Kissimmee Police Department, assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. And whereas the facts made known in this application and search warrant, there may be cause to certify and find probable cause to believe that certain evidence, to wit, DNA, genetic material, buccal swabs from you, Stephan Michael Sterns, blood, saliva, or epithelial cells to be collected from you, Michael Sterns, photographs and swabs of your penis, and clothing worn by you as of right now. All right, this is evidence. This is believed to be evidence of the felony crime that we've already talked about that took place in Florida, which is a violation of statute 794-0114B and 827-0715A, prohibiting the crimes of sexual battery, possession of material depicting sexual performance of a child. Currently exists within Orange and Osceola County, and is presently believed to be under your control, Stephan Michael Sterns, and that the law relating to said offenses are possessed on you, who is more specifically desired below, and then it has your name and date of birth and social. So Stephan Michael Sterns is your first name, social is birth 4/25/1986, and you're a white male, black hair, brown eyes, 6'2". Now therefore, the law enforcement officer named above, which such lawful assistance as may be necessary, you are here commanded in daytime, nighttime, or on Sunday, as the exigencies of the situation may require, to enter and search the above listed person that we talked about earlier, with the taking of the DNA material, buccal cells, through a buccal swab, which will be done by the appropriate personnel and will involve no unreasonable intrusion into or upon the body of you, Michael Sterns, for which the evidence is to be collected. The person and evidence requested is reasonably believed to be engaged in or connection with the said illegal activity we talked about earlier. For this evidence described in this warrant and in the same of any part thereof to be found, you are hereby authorized to seize, secure, collect, photograph, examine, analysis, and videotape said evidence in this search warrant. All right, after we're done, a proper inventory receipt will be given for any evidence or property seized, and a completed duplicate copy of this search warrant will be delivered to you in control of the property searched, or in the absence of any such, we will leave a copy, but you're here today, so we'll give you a copy of the search warrant. All right. And then it just states that we have to do the search warrant return within 10 days after executing the search warrant as of today. All right. This will be your copy here. So go ahead and stand up. She's going to go ahead and take some pictures of you.
If you could stand just in front of the wall here. And if you could put your hands out like this. turn them over. Do you want me to take off his watch? Yeah, that'll work. And your hat also, please. If you could open your mouth.
Yes, so embarrassing. Do this, Stephan. Open your mouth so I can swab you.
Shirt.
Yeah, please take off the shirt that you've been wearing for like 3 days at the very bare minimum. Looks like he has 3 belly buttons, and I don't normally body shame or make fun of people, but, you know, I like making fun of this guy because he's a creep.
Okay. Your shoes. There you go.
Nice, wow.
Okay, go ahead and turn around, face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. Put them together like you're praying. There you go, just like that. Go ahead and spread your feet for me.
Yes, please give us your rank clothing. Oof. I mean, that hat probably should have been retired many years ago, but I'm just saying. It was beat to hell and probably smelled so bad. He just does not appear to be a very clean man.
Oh, wait, let me get a picture.
Oh, the tattoo for identifying purposes. I can't even see what the tattoo
Did you get
is.
a really good picture of this right here? This whole area.
So, this part is important because he has marks on his hand that he claimed was from changing the tire. But when they do find Maddie, this is good that they were getting this now when they were still relatively fresh.
Okay, that area.
Because Maddie fought. She had DNA and presence of blood underneath her nails.
Hey, turn around, Steven.
Good.
Did you guys get a picture of his car on his stomach?
She got a full frontal, yeah.
It's gonna need to.
Yeah, yeah.
We can help out just by pulling your pants off your ankles or your toes.
Try not to let the pants touch the ground, please. What's this in this pocket here? Just your wallet?
Yeah.
Lift your foot, please.
Sorry.
You got it. We need to search these again before you take them to make sure that there's nothing else in there.
What do you want me to do?
I just want to make sure that we search these again before she submits them. Is there anything else in these pants that we need to know about?
Do you want me to check these out?
Just I still need to get underwear. Do you guys want that?
Yes, we do.
Where's my father?
What bag am I gonna put these in once we take them off?
They don't
The
come
same
out
as
here.
his
We're
pants.
done.
No, we need them separate.
You need them separate?
Yeah.
You have
Mark,
to
can you get
take-
another brown paper bag from the drawer? What we're gonna do when we take off the boxers is I'm gonna take them off. He's gonna stabilize you to make sure you don't fall. I don't want the boxers touching the floor at all, so I'm gonna hold them up. You'll remove one leg at a time, just like you did your pants, okay? And then do you have a suit? Okay. We're just waiting on one more bag for your pants. We're trying to keep you exposed for as short a time as possible. Thank you.
Hee hee.
All right, ready? He's gonna stabilize you. Go ahead, first leg out.
How about that lack of dignity?
Okay.
Okay, second leg out. Thank you very much.
I hope he feels very vulnerable and very exposed right now, because he should. He should.
All right, there's certain things we're looking for, so we need to find the marks. Don't do anything squirrely, man. You will eat the carpet. Do you understand?
Don't do anything squirrely. You will eat carpet. I
Can you
love
take a
those
picture of that marker
ladies.
too, please?
Kind of wish he would eat carpet. That would have been great.
Okay.
I think he's not. Oh, not available.
I need like a flashlight or a light or something, please.
Don't do anything squirrely, man. You will eat carpet. I love that line.
Where am I? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're
Yes,
okay.
okay. Can somebody else flash her? It was on this side? Right
Man,
here.
I hope this is so embarrassing for him. Oh my god.
Okay.
So there's a the reason they're doing this is there is a very distinctive
Can you show me the freckle, please?
freckle or something on his genitalia,
Yeah,
and they're
what was the
trying
freckle?
to get a photo of
That was the
it
freckle?
because it can be seen
Right.
in the images of the CSAM to prove that it's him. So that is what they're doing right now.
Is it on this side, you think? Turn this way for me, please. Face me. Light on, right here. Back the light up a little bit and put it like more towards the center. Right there. Flip. Okay, let's just take a picture of this mark right here, please, if you can see that? It could also be on the skin down here when he gets erect. It's like getting, you know what I mean? Any other marks? That like freckle thing right there?
I thought underneath.
Can we take it? Okay. Underneath where?
Do you have those pictures?
So we have this one, which I believe is the one that she saw over here.
That's that one.
That's the dark one.
Yeah, you can't really see
Right
it too
there.
well with him not being
Oh,
erect.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The one that we're trying to find
Excuse me.
is this down here.
Oh, gotcha.
So it might just be.
Let me see how much hair is. Can you zoom into that?
It's right where the hairline starts.
Right. Like, do we have a deputy out there with a real flashlight?
Just call another person in the room. Why not?
If you think of the skin.
So good.
It could just be that the hair got thicker too.
Yeah. Or it could have been he had an ingrown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have the freckle.
And then he has freckles on his leg.
Yeah, we can take the birthmark or whatever it is.
Can we take a picture of the other side?
You wanna check the pictures before we put clothes on and make sure?
Okay, so we for sure
Yeah.
got this one.
Yeah, the black freckle mark.
Yeah, we got that. The other one could be an inline hair. This trimmer. Can we take a picture? Well, we're not able to see it with it not being erect.
Yes, take those pictures of your flaccid junk. How does it feel to be humiliated,
I don't
Stephan?
think there was anything else
Good.
that did it, so.
It's horrible.
Did we get whatever was under the Band-Aid that you wanted to see?
Did you guys take the Band-Aid off?
I took it off
Can we
earlier
see?
today.
Let's take I think.
Let me get the
Okay,
swabs
yeah,
first.
Go ahead.
Since you're already in
And you know,
there,
he's
Yeah.
not the cleanest guy, so I wonder if he's even taken a shower
Yes, too, please.
since then.
Do you need where my hands are?
Maybe he had, but he's a pretty grimy dude.
Turn around for me, please. It's okay. So I just want to make sure we'll get these clothes on him, and then I want to make sure that the marks on his hands are still. I'll steady you. He's gonna help you. So you want me to do it and you steady him?
The front or back?
That's the front.
That's in the front. Yeah.
The bigger left wheel there.
Thank you.
Shape wrong side. No, I'm bad. That's right. Should be like a foot spot in there if you want it.
It's a onesie, yeah. Oh, hold on, let's wait a second.
Yeah, as long as his front is covered, I Okay, sorry, we just need to look at your hands again. I don't know if you can view the pictures you already have. I want to make sure that we have this stuff for them to include that scratch.
You got one on the inside, I don't know if you can see that one.
Yeah, they got some right here too.
And what's the inside?
Right there.
What was the cut on his thumb that he needed a Band-Aid?
It's right
That
there
was
on the
this
right
one.
side of the cuticle.
This?
Yeah.
Are we doing finger swabs?
Was that? I don't think it was in there.
No. Isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see any other injuries.
Okay.
But I mean, it was in the dark too. So.
Do you guys have everything you feel like you need?
Do you want to review
Yeah.
You want to just have a seat for a minute? Let him take a, here, let me pull it out for you. Let him take a look at the photos, make sure we have everything so we don't have to make you do all this again.
Handcuffs are digging into my joints here.
which
I'm trying
one?
to find it comfortable. I'm trying to get it to a comfortable
Aw.
position.
The right hand?
He's
Left one's
uncomfortable.
most uncomfortable. I
Okay,
think.
face the wall for me so I can
That's
see.
so
The right
sad.
one, I just got it to a better position.
He's
This one's
uncomfortable.
too tight.
Yeah, I think so. Give it
Okay.
over to the line.
Do me a favor, have a seat. Let me swap my gloves and I don't want to touch my collar while in these gloves. So
Yeah.
I'll swap them out and then I'll get you new ones.
Thank you.
I'll be with you in a sec.
Okay.
Hold on, let me take this off. Alright, stand up for me, please. I just want to make sure that main line is, you know what I mean? The main line on the wrist is seen. All right, go ahead and move forward, spread your feet, wide, 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 more, there you go, just like that. I'll take it. Is that better?
Pretty please.
Yeah, they have.
Is that still okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, have a seat.
She's very smart too, so let's get her opinion. But I think
Yeah, we're going to.
I mean, maybe it's really mean of me to relish in his discomfort because, you know, he's human and innocent until proven guilty, blah, 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 all that fun, happy stuff. But, like, knowing that he had, and here's the thing, here's where I'm stuck, because I'm very innocent until proven guilty. However, the second they brought up the photos on his phone, he lawyered up. That wasn't, are you sure you signed into my account? Are you sure that you have the right information? Like, whatever. But also what hurts him is the drive that he stashed at his dad's. Or, I'm sorry, in his parents' storage unit. That had over 34,000 photos on it. Even if some of those were duplicates, I don't care. He had 34,000 photos. So, even if he's, you know, not legally guilty by a court of law that still belonged to him, it was still his. So, even though he hasn't been convicted of anything yet, and it's still going to go to court, and, you know, he gets his time in court or whatever, I can hope that in the meantime, he's very uncomfortable. Because how does he think Maddie felt? Even if in her mind she thought that she and Stephan had a deeper, intimate relationship, it was so inappropriate. She had no idea what kind of beautiful life she could have had. What kind of life she could have had with someone truly special who really loved her and really could have taken care of her and grow as she grows. Instead, she had all of her innocence stolen from her by this predator. He groomed her. He found a woman who was mentally unhealthy. He found a woman with a child who was vulnerable, who craved friendship. She repeatedly called Stephan her best friend. That's so sad. You know, and in some ways, and I know I might catch heat for this if anybody ever hears it, in some ways, I feel that Jen was also a victim. Maddie was more of a victim, and Maddie is more important as a victim. But Jen was a victim too. She might have been in agreement with some things that she shouldn't have been, and she may have failed Maddie in the biggest of ways. And there were so many things that she could have done better for her daughter. But you know, when someone is mentally unhealthy, they're depressed, they're sleeping all the time, they're on insane amounts of medication that barely allows them to function. Their mental health isn't going to be good, and they're not going to think highly of themselves to deserve better company than what she was able to find with Stephan. And that's sad. And you know what? In some ways, maybe he has the issues where he craves whatever. But you know what? I don't care, because he did unthinkable acts. He committed unthinkable acts. And I don't really care if he's sad or suffering or miserable and lonely, because he deserves that. He could have found companionship in Jen beyond sexuality, because there was a point to where supposedly he didn't want to have sex either because of his meds, or was that just what he told her? We know that her own sexual needs tanked with her meds, but, you know, even if she felt like it every once in a while, well, he wasn't in the mood. Well, maybe that's because you're not what he's interested in. And that's so disgusting to say, but that's the reality of it. She settled for someone with her codependency and decided that he was her best friend when he brought nothing positive to the table. Not really. So in some ways, Jen is a victim. Maddie's more of a victim, though. And Maddie is also a victim of her mother. You can be a victim and a perpetrator at the same time. Or you can be a victim and be negligent at the same time. The two are not mutually exclusive. You can have one without the other. However, Maddie was the total victim, and that's why her image is the one that's shown. She's the victim. She's the one whose life came to a cruel and tragic end at the hands of somebody she trusted, with somebody else that she should have been able to trust with her life. And unfortunately, it cost her her life. his awesome paper-like clothing. This is so funny too. Oh, she's gonna come in a second, I guess. Oh.
She's gonna take a little bit of swabs of your hands, okay? So when she's ready, we'll have you stand up and just face the wall, then it's easier for her.
Let me just go ahead and stand up.
That's okay.
Yep, you can stand up right now. Could you bend your right thumb towards your palm? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Now if you could bend your left thumb towards your palm.
None of us. Why are we asking?
Thank you.
And then you got her neighbor? Yeah.
All right, buddy, you sit up.
wallet's gonna go to jail with you, and whatever change you have, some like loose change in your pocket, I just toss that in the wallet too. Okay? Are you done with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need any more water?
More water would be great, thank you.
Oh, this is good. More water would be great.
I'm gonna help you out, but I'm gonna go slow because I don't want you to choke, okay?
I want him to choke.
Is there any way,
Good?
any way these can be in front of me?
No, sir, we do not do that. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's almost like you heard me. This is ridiculous. Really, my guy. He's just so thirsty. Parched. actually reading his documents. Or...
Just a little bit. Come on, stand up, face the wall for me, please. We're just gonna swap out your cuffs. You're not gonna go anywhere quite yet. So he's gonna put on a pair of directly under these.
Double cuffed. I hope that hurts. Does that mean?
It's gonna hurt for a minute, but he's gonna take them off. Just bear with us. Fortunately, they're not made for comfort.
Did she say fortunately? There's like
Thank you.
only a few minutes left.
Alright, have a seat down.
Sit down.
Is he gonna drink the rest of his water? It's so goofy. I think he can see where the camera is.
These are worse. These are worse.
These are worse.
It's cutting off circulation in my thumbs. My thumbs are already going numb.
Good. What's that mean? Don't really care.
We're putting it on.
No, I'm just gonna zip it up all the way. Can you stand up for me, please? You didn't face me. I'm gonna try to cover you as much as I can, okay?
Is there any way to have my arms through the holes in the handcuffs?
No, sorry.
Just getting really claustrophobic like this. I feel like I'm in a potato sack.
We can leave your chest exposed a little bit.
Or just my arms being.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's not gonna change.
It's not a port drive at all.
This is his copy. Yeah.
Last sip of water before you go?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, okay.
Please and thank you.
He's just so parched, people.
All of it?
We won't go on until we get the time.
Thank you.
Would you like some more?
Go on.
So we just unless something happens.
Okay, head out there, just wait with her. She'll get you a little bit more water, and then I'm gonna check this room, and we will get out of here.
And that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be up tomorrow watching Live in the Courtroom.